What's going on, you guys? Welcome to Strangers Minds. I'm Fernando, and this is Strangers Reaction to Paranormal Call on Tape. If you guys are catching this episode for the first time, I am a paranormal investigator reacting to Paranormal Call on Tape videos that is out there on YouTube and in the ether. So, the last time we recorded from 100 to 90. So we're going to start off here, and this is top 100 scariest videos of 2023 by SirSpooks. He's a great YouTube content creator, and he has a bunch of videos. I will put his information in the description section, and without any further ado, let's get it.
Home security cameras are set up by homeowners in order to monitor the safety of their home. Usually, the worst thing you'll find on the camera is a potential burglar, but this homeowner managed to capture something potentially even worse. Take a look. The footage, which was filmed in the middle of the night, appears to be relatively normal at first. But if you pay close attention to the back of the car that's parked in the driveway, you should be able to see what appears to be some sort of strange figure lurking around.
We kind of called that.
The figure appears to have long hair and is crawling around on all fours in a very disturbing manner. To this day, the TikTok user who published the video has no idea what this entity is, but we can only hope that it isn't anything supernatural or otherworldly. In this instance, it would be better if it was just some weirdo creeping around late at night.
Alright, so for the first video back after, the last time I recorded was like 3 weeks ago, but yeah, that was pretty... it was pretty something. Whether or not it was paranormal, I do not think so. Although, if I'm not mistaken, these 100 videos on this list is not all are paranormal, if I'm not mistaken. But that to me seemed obviously a person trying to scare this lady, or worse, a person who is trying to do harm. So regardless of what, there's really not much to go on as far as, this video is concerned. I don't think it's paranormal. I think it's just a creepo, or, it's probably a family member trying to scare the bejesus out of their, sibling, mother, or whoever. So let's continue.
A couple of months ago, a Reddit user by the name of NoAdagio6743 posted this highly mysterious video online that has been the topic of much debate online whether or not it's real or fake. The video in question starts off relatively normal as we watch a blurry video taken by someone's cell phone camera in a boat, somewhere in Ontario, Canada. All seems to be going perfectly fine, but then this happens.
You've seen this already. It's gonna pop up over here.
At one point in the video, A mysterious entity that heavily resembles Bigfoot can be seen wandering around in the forest not too far off in the distance. But is it actually Bigfoot or is it something else? To this day, nobody is 100% sure. What do you think these boaters managed to film that day? Was that actually Bigfoot or something much less interesting like someone in a costume? A woman.
That does actually fall under paranormal because, paranormal is not just about ghosts, entities, and spirits. Um, Bigfoot's Loch Ness Monster, all of these cryptoids, mythological creatures, all of these do fall under the realm of paranormal. So, but I actually had the privilege, if you guys don't know, I am also part of a podcast called The Shadow Files with these two great dudes from Australia, and we pretty much interview a lot of different people. It's a lot of fun, but I will also put it in the description section. Sorry, because we actually got to interview a Yowie researcher by the name of Ray Doherty, and I think we actually spoke about this clip, if I'm not mistaken, and yeah. To me, there are a lot of videos out there that are people in costumes. I do not know why, besides the fact that they want to get some clout, some clicks. A lot of people with certain videos can actually get some popularity and, make money. So, I guess that would be the only main reason why you would want to dress up as Bigfoot. But he has a lot of great stories. He has been within very close range of Yowies, who is, the Australian version of the Bigfoot. Different continents have different names for Bigfoot. For what we know here in the US, Bigfoot. So yeah, definitely this will be a good one to see. Pretty much, I believe this particular video. I'm not an expert, but Ray Doherty sure is, and maybe he could shed some light onto this video. But let's continue.
A woman named Mandy took to TikTok to share this piece of security camera video that was recorded outside of her home. Take a good look at the shed to the left of the screen around the 6-second mark and see if you notice anything. As you can see, a hooded figure or perhaps a shadow person walks into frame. A separate video posted by Mandy shows yet another piece of security camera footage filmed outside of her home in the middle of the night. Take a good listen to this one. Some genuinely unnerving sounds can be heard coming from nearby, but as for what exactly they are, and as for who or what is making them, is anybody's guess. They definitely sound quite chilling though. Do you have any theories as to what was outside of Mandy's house these 2 nights? Let's just hope that whatever it was, it's gone now, and she can go back to living a peaceful life.
Well, my 2 cents on it is that uh like people be telling me like I'm a little harsh, or for me to be a paranormal investigator, um don't I believe in in spirits and stuff like this? And my response is yes, I do believe it, but I'm not as gullible. So I do go into certain locations with the mindset of, is this even real? Can it be debunked? Because once you could debunk it, then it's pretty much, if anything, as little as even a wind moving a certain thing, that corresponds with a activity that has been told to us, then it just kind of pretty much explains the activity, so it's not paranormal. um but this video in particular, if you noticed, I would have loved to see the video from the original point, far, not close up, because the closer you get, you see, the grainier the video is, and it just doesn't really help. To me, it was somebody standing there and that came in and moved away. That's pretty simplified, and you could tell the quality of the camera with, if you notice, there are bugs flying around, and you could actually see the line of the frame per second being left behind by the speed of the insects flying around. So it's not, I'm not gonna say it's a low quality camera, but it's not a camera to be used as a vocal point of this potential paranormal activity. I could be completely wrong, this could be legit, but from what I could see, to me, that was just a person. Now, with the voice coming in, you can actually tell that there was somebody there because of the shadow being cast on what looks like the deck. So it could be somebody there, which solidifies my point that all of this is just either orchestrated, or they have somebody out there trying to scare them, or it's somebody that's just a little bit too heavy on the drinky drinks, and they're just yeah, out and about at a certain point of time in the night. But regardless of that, it is a creepy video, especially when the voice of the whatever the creature is from Lord of the Rings starts talking, because that's exactly where my mind went. So that's just I don't think it's real. But what are your thoughts on this one?
This first video comes to us from the wildly popular Ghost subreddit and was posted by a user named Raj the Casper. The video in question shows what appears to be an ordinary office workplace, but in just a few moments, this seemingly innocent video turns into something sinister. The footage seems to have been taken during the middle of the day during a busy hour, in which several employees can be seen huddled around a desk together, discussing something work-related. However, if you look carefully right about here, you should be able to make out something rather odd, to say the least. Take a look. Did you see it? If not, you're not alone, as many other commenters on Reddit said that they had to watch the video multiple times over in order to see what was so strange about this video. Right here, the drawer beneath the helmet on the left appears to open all by itself. The uploader of this video says that this office has had drawers and cabinets randomly opened by themselves for years. So this isn't something new that's been going on at the OP's workplace. Let's just hope that whatever creepy spirit is roaming around this office will soon grow tired of the antics and float away to someplace else.
You know, I work, taking care of a medical facility. And on the third floor, there is a cubicle, a desk, and it has drawers. Now, depending on how heavy the drawer is and how the table is leaning, when I'm doing my rounds, this thing just opens up right in front of me. Coincidental? Sure. But then it's my gears and my brain starts working, and it's just the weight of the drawer and any movements kind of sets off this, I guess the mechanism for the drawers to open and close, and it just opens up due to the weight of the drawer. But obviously nobody's moving around this. We don't really see what's inside the drawer. Regardless of the point, let's say if this is a paranormal activity, they did say that it happens quite often there. They might have something. I kind of like the video because it shows just a group of people, at work, doing their either working, eating, whatever. They have a kid walking around. So, it kind of gives a little authenticity to the video, because they're not trying to, you could tell there are some videos that, that you might question, okay, but why are they recording? Right? So, but yeah, I mean, a drawer opening and stuff like this, as far as I'm concerned, it could be paranormal, but everything just depends on the weight that this drawer is carrying and how everything is leveled and stuff like this, because all that could fall into why this drawer opened up by itself.
This first video comes to us from the wildly popular Paranormal Encounters subreddit, from a user by the name of Prestigious Bad 1998, who posted this creepy video that has been the talk of the subreddit for the past little while. He says that his motion sensor usually picks up white orbs, but says that this particular piece of footage was quite different from the rest that he usually manages to film. Let's take a look and see for ourselves. Just looking at the short 5-second video once is enough to give you goosebumps. At first, it looks as though some black orb is making its way down the stairs, but with each passing second, the more eerily human whatever this thing is starts to look. Could this potentially be some sort of paranormal entity walking around this homeowner's house? If that's not the definitive answer, then what could it possibly be? Either way, I think it's safe to say that we're all hoping that this poor homeowner can soon go back to living his life in peace and quiet.
All right, so that video, I'm gonna go back to the frame per second, aspect of a security, even one of those Ring cameras. Actually, the Ring cameras on the doors, they're pretty legit. The more modern ones, they're pretty good. Unfortunately, due to how old that particular security camera is, and in the night, especially with the night vision going on, the frame per second is really, it's not as good. So that could have been any person walking with some speed, and you will see this kind of instance happening on camera. That could have been a person just regularly walking down, and due to tech that goes into that particular security camera, it gave this kind of look. Now, that's just me assuming that this is, a person that doesn't remember that they went down the stairs at this particular time of the night. If it's real, if this is a legit paranormal catch, then yeah, this is like one of those holy grails, because it's not just an orb. You see the head and the feet moving, going down the stairs. So they basically call a full body apparition here. So, but yeah, everything depends on that tech of the cameras. Because I've seen a lot of videos that have low grade tech. Unfortunately, you won't notice how good the quality is, because everything else is stationary besides the movement of the person, and it's night vision, so it degrades it. And let's see. You see, this is where like there's a lot of YouTubers out there that do content like this, reacting to paranormal call on tape, and they're more not me. It takes a lot to jaw drop me. Especially with my experience going out there in the field, it takes there's there has been instances that has jaw dropped me. Yes, for sure. But my brain doesn't work so gullible.
Chris from the YouTube channel Urbex Hill is widely known for making videos online in which he explores a multitude of creepy and abandoned places in the world. And in this video published to his account on May 29th, 2023, he's heading out to an abandoned school known as the Robert Fulton School, located in Cleveland, Ohio. The school is over 90 years old. When Chris is shown walking around throughout the school, it's quite clear that the place has seen much better days. There is debris and rubble scattered absolutely everywhere. However, the first scare for Chris that night comes at around the 4.5-minute mark when he's exploring this creepy corridor area of the building. Take a look and have a listen.
God, this is crazy.
A strange, loud sound can be heard coming from somewhere inside of the building, but nevertheless, Chris presses on and continues with his investigation, which proves to be a mistake. At the 30-minute mark of the video, Chris comes across a door that has a sign taped to it that reads "Keep Out." Chris, however, does not listen and proceeds to open the door anyway. Then this happens.
Somebody lives in here.
I don't know if if my mic picked it up, but my stomach just growled just in case. Mark that. But I actually saw this video, and what this guy does is highly dangerous.
Yeah, somebody's been. Look at that. Somebody's been living in here.
If you know somebody's living in there, my dude, like if you have the only instance, leave.
Somebody's in there. Holy shit. I'm out. I'm out of here.
Yeah, you guys. So I actually seen a couple of this guy's videos, and you know, one thing I always tell and to anybody who's watching, if you are curious about the paranormal and or even exploring, because I've gone to many abandoned locations, and you know, one thing is for sure is that they're not uh just because it's deemed abandoned doesn't mean that there's nobody living in there. It's just abandoned by the city. Like, you know, nobody's upkeeping with it. Nobody's, you know, cleaning it, taking care of it. So it's abandoned. But, you know, there's people in there sometimes. And it is a perfect example. Now, if I was in this guy, in this particular situation, and I saw this, somebody's there. Somebody's there. That's possibly, you know, whatever, you know, I don't know. You know, I mean, who really does know all of the YouTube guidelines on what to say or what not to say? I'm one that I just speak on my mind, but you know, due to how society is so, so sensitive, I just try and cut my own words. But you know, whatever that stuff is, I mean, all that stuff looks new and it's placed right there. Now, the juice, the soda, whatever that thing is, you know, there's somebody in there. I wouldn't necessarily go in because, you know, God forbid you walk into a crime scene. Yeah. Like, you know, you have to be careful when exploring certain places like this. And this is the reason why. Thankfully, the person was caught off guard. Whatever the guy recording his name is, probably scared the crap out of whoever's in there. He is in an abandoned school. So, you know, he probably scared the crap out of that guy, which is the reason why he's screaming. Or the guy started screaming to scare off whoever was trying to, you know, go in there. Because, hello, like this particular room is basically far out of, you know, you got to really walk around to get to this particular room. So, you know, they probably scared the crap out of each other.
An extremely loud voice can be heard screaming at Chris, which causes him to run away in fear. Who was this mysterious person? Was it a homeless person that was hiding out in the building? If not,
Yes.
then who? One thing's for sure, Chris won't want to come back to explore this place again anytime soon.
And it's unfortunate too, because you know, schools, abandoned schools, you know, sometimes have some activity out there. I've been to abandoned psychiatric centers, abandoned hospitals, factories, to a lot of different abandoned places. And one thing is for sure is that just because it's deemed abandoned, there could be some people in there. So abandoned places is dangerous to go into at night because that's the time squatters go in to, you know, to find a roof over their heads. So yeah, just be careful, guys.
This video from Reddit may only be a couple of seconds long, but it's absolutely sure to give you the chills. The post was made by a user named Menace to Sobriety, who shared the security camera footage on the internet. The video in question certainly appears to be fairly normal when you first take a look at it. We can see a girl laying down on her bed in the middle of the day as she plays around on her phone. However, in just a matter of seconds, this seemingly harmless video will pull the rug out from under you, and you'll see that sometimes, even being in the comfort of your own bed doesn't make you entirely safe. Out of nowhere, an unseen presence proceeds to move the girl's bed a couple of inches, which prompts the terrified girl to get off of the bed immediately and run out of the room as fast as she possibly can. Sadly, there aren't any bits of context that were left behind with this video for us to analyze and dissect, but even still, this is one creepy video that will surely make you pull the blankets up over your head tonight when you try to sleep.
So that video, as grainy as it was, I said this in the past, but I do seem to believe more into the videos that I watch if there are kids present, because they're just so innocent unless they're like actors, right? So there's no audio, there's bad quality. So as far as me as a paranormal investigator is concerned, there's not really much to go on. Obviously the bed moves, but who's not to say there's somebody under the bed trying to scare the little girl? She was probably not part of it, but that's a possibility. If this is legit, it was a terrifying situation for the little girl, of course. But not really much to go on. Do you guys believe that this was real? Because my head says there's just too little to go into details. It's too little. Grainy, no audio, the bad moves. That's it. So let's continue.
A Reddit user named Dreamcatch
That's beautiful.
posted this video to the aforementioned High Strangeness subreddit and says that he was just mindlessly scrolling through some colleague's website before he eventually stumbled upon this creepy Instagram video. The video at first just appears to be some random video of a beach in the middle of the day. Kind of boring, right? Wrong. What initially appears to just be a standard video soon transforms into being a genuinely strange one.
Bruh. I don't know, you guys, did you catch it? I mean, obviously you guys caught that, but I'm just saying. Let's see if it shows it.
As you can see, in the distance throughout the remainder of the video, we can see some sort of massive entity moving around in the water before the video eventually cuts off abruptly. A lot of people seem to think
But before it cuts off, you kind of see it disappear. You kind of see it disappear. Not that it disappears back into the water. The hump over here kind of disappears. Like almost like a glitch in a way.
that this is none other than a sea serpent, and judging by how it looks, I can definitely see why so many people are suspecting that. However, this also could have been a completely mundane object, such as a rogue net, a tree, or an oarfish. All explanations provided by commenters. But if you guys think you have a good explanation, I would love to hear it in the comments below, as always.
Yeah, you guys, it's kind of glitching out. I don't think I've ever seen a net react like this. It almost looks like if a submarine just came up, right? But then or a wooden object just came up. The water is very still, which is very nice, but it kind of blinks out. I don't know if you guys understand what I'm trying to say, but let's just play this a little bit.
I would love to hear it in the comments below, as always.
That kind of blinks out, and then this blinks out before it went out.
A man on TikTok named
If anything, go back and look what it is. Look into it. Unfortunately, I kind of caught that. It was interesting until I caught that it was kind of just blinking out instead of going just under.
Danny Moss, who's a TV presenter and paranormal investigator, runs an account known simply as the Paranormal Investigator, where he uploads clips of his various findings from ghost hunting. He definitely has plenty of creepy videos that are sure to make you want to sleep with the lights turned on, but there's one video in particular that certainly rises above the rest. The video starts off relatively normal as we watch a wall in a normal looking room, but in just a matter of seconds, this video is about to send shivers straight up your spine.
Can't wait.
Take a look.
Guys, watch this here. Oh my god.
Out of nowhere, a mysterious ghostly apparition seems to move across the wall, much to the shock and awe of Danny, who definitely seems more mesmerized than scared. Someone in the background even chimes in admiration for this piece of footage. This is definitely a short clip, but it's also one that is guaranteed to blow you away. That is, if you believe it to be real. Do you think this footage is authentic, or are you more of a skeptic in this case? Be sure to let me know your thoughts and theories.
Well, I, for one, I actually enjoy watching other paranormal investigators at work more so than, security cams, because they are actually out there in the field, doing the good work and putting themselves in situations where most wouldn't. And I've come across a lot of paranormal investigations, paranormal videos caught on tape, and we could all learn from one another. And I like how genuine he sounded, and the person in the back. Unfortunately, with today's technology and all the AI and all of this and that, pretty much any paranormal video could be doctored and could be fixed or whatever. But taking it from a standpoint of of their genuine reaction to catching it, that's where I'm gonna go off of. And if this is a legit catch of a video, it definitely in a sense blows my mind, because they caught a full body apparition in a robe walking by. It definitely obviously is transparent. You could even tell that it's very crisp around the edges, it's like very there, it's, you can't miss it even though it's transparent. But that was definitely a good catch. And if it was me catching something like this, I would have reacted the same way. So good catch. If it's real, that is actually the first video that out of the about to be 20 videos that we're about to watch that I actually enjoyed. Yes, it's a short clip, but due to the fact that it is within the realm of what we do as a paranormal investigator, and catching something like this is awesome.
Do you remember the feeling you got when you went exploring around the woods and the outdoors with your family or friends? It's an exciting adventure for sure, but you probably didn't have anything
I've gone exploring in the woods, but not with family and friends. Well, friends, yeah.
creepy or disturbing happen to you. Unfortunately for the kids that are showcased in this video, they cannot say the same thing. This TikTok video, posted by an account known as WV Paranormal, uploaded this footage which shows a few kids walking around in the woods in the middle of broad daylight, simply exploring. At first, it seems as if these kids are having fun, but that fun quickly turns to fear in the blink of an eye when this can be seen.
I actually saw this too.
Keith! Get up here! Get away from him! Come on, guys! You okay?
I mean, Jesus, it even looks weird, right? I've seen this before. I don't know how I feel about it. Kids come across the craziest things.
Out of nowhere, a mysterious creature can be seen walking next to the young kids, causing them to run away in sheer panic and fear.
I wouldn't necessarily say sheer panic and fear. It was kind of playful. They were kind of running towards the father because they were calling them.
Before the video proceeds to abruptly end. To this day, nobody is quite sure what exactly was captured on this video. Was it actually something paranormal following them, or was it all simply a hoax? What do you think it was? Be sure to let me know your theories in the comments below.
Yeah, so to this day, it kind of, I always say that videos with kids, due to their innocence, I believe in more so over, adults. But it does seem to have a genuine feel to it, which is the reason why it questions, the what is that? Because if this isn't fabricated, if this isn't, one of those videos that, they're just messing around trying to pull a wool over your eyes, it does seem like, I don't know, some sort of figure with a paper bag over its head and a rope tied around its neck. No, I mean, that's the way I see it. And it just seems like the kids weren't terrified or running away from it. They were running towards the father because he started calling them.
To this day, nobody is quite sure what exactly was captured on this video.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost like a balloon head. It's very odd, very odd. If this is real, what happened afterwards? There's a lot of clips out there that kind of just ends abruptly. I get it. Maybe there are some videos that people just get afraid and they just, run off. But it doesn't seem like the man was afraid, and the kids were standing right next to it. I would have tried and get some answers. Yo, like, what are you doing around here? What are you doing with my kids? Right? And yeah, and due to how today's society is, you have to record everything. Just for security purposes, just for yourself, have proof. But this this figure is very, very interesting. And if it is a genuine video, should have been at least top 10. That's for sure.
Was it actually something paranormal following them, or was it all simply a hoax? What do you think it was? Be sure to let me know your theories in the comments below.
Yeah, you guys. So if you guys are enjoying yourselves, we're going to stop it right here, and we will do 270 on the next video. So if you guys are enjoying yourselves, you know what to do when you like a channel. Hit that like, share, subscribe, follow, all that good stuff, and I'll catch you guys on the next. Peace.